Hello, everyone. Welcome. Hi, Cal and Max. Good to see y'all. I have changed my hat for today. Um, yeah. We are starting a little early because I am impatient and also wanted to get started on everything. So, we are back with Heroes of the Pacific, and hopefully we're going to finish the game today. I'm not sure if that will actually happen, but it should happen. Maybe. I know we're towards the end of the war, and in fact, this is Operation 10 Go, I think. So we hiding the bald spot? No, you're just trying to get me to take my hat off. Also, hello, Ab, and hello, Aka. Good to see you. But the Peloton. What are you talking about with the Peloton? You keep talking about it. I see. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what that means. Um, But yeah, this is the part of the last. Yeah, oh, well, I guess he's gonna tell you about it.
The Musashi and his sister ship, the Yamato, are the pride of the Japanese fleet. At 72,000 tons, they are the largest and potentially the most lethal ships ever built. However, the Musashi is lagging behind the main fleet. Without air cover or an AA screen from escorts, it's vulnerable. But it's a tough son of a bitch. We've already hit it with 2 raids and barely scratched the paint. This time, we want you to stay out there until it's destroyed. Watch out for the main guns. We lost 1 squadron in a previous raid to a massive AA weapon called the Beehive. If you see those things pointed your way, duck. Get out there and claim the prize.
The Beehive was not really that effective. The Beehive is specifically. It's kind of cool. It's an 18-inch shell from the main gun, which is pretty huge. Make no mistake. And it's basically just full of birdshot. Which was a crazy concept, but I don't think it was actually that effective. Exercise bike? You can watch me while you exercise. Don't you have phones? Don't you guys have phones? Pause for emphasis. Now the question is, do we run a fighter or a, I'm gonna wear your old hat now. Wait. That's not part of the deal. That's not what was discussed. Also, hello, Tika. Welcome. I don't know. What are we feeling? Because this is the Musashi. This is the biggin. So I feel like if ever there was time to take this Dauntless out, this would in fact be the time to do so. I can't watch 3 people on my back. Then watch me. Just watch me. Only me. Just me. Right? I mean, you wouldn't watch other people while I'm streaming, would you? No, you wouldn't. That would be silly. That would be very silly of you. Your new hat? No, that's not. No, that is not her hat. Insert that. I can't do a snake impression. I can kind of do a snake impression, but I don't know. The vibe's not there. The vibe has to be right to hit him with a good old fashioned. All right. Look at this shitty weather. Yeah, I'm not sure what the actual weather was. Pretty sure it was actually fine the day that Tango got beat up, but African warlord and militant VTuber. Who could you possibly be? Hey, people. Bird here. Wait a second. He doesn't wear a. He doesn't wear a. All right. Mods mechanism. Put him in the mechanism. Yep.
Okay, boys. Take it easy when you sight the enemy. I don't want any of you coming down with buck fever.
The fucking bird into it. All right. Well, you kind of. Oh, god damn it! Every single time, I'm like, all right, gang. It's. I think we're safe to take a dive bomber out. Nope. Just kidding. Fighter mission. Hate it here. I hate it here. Also, hello, Suka. Yeah, I don't think Tico knows about the mechanism, but I'm gonna learn today. It's mechanism time. Oh my god. Do you? Okay, we're fine. Oh, we're not fine. We're super not fine. Actually, we might be fine. Not quite sure if we're fine or not. I don't feel fine. Also, I changed the audio so that y'all could hear the actual dialogue, because on reviewing the VODs, I found that you really couldn't. So, yeah. Hopefully the audio is good. As I shoot down... Oh, well, those are D4Ys. Not sure why we're fighting D4Ys, honestly. Those are dive bombers, which, I mean, I guess I'm a Dauntless, so, you know. They're better off in this fight than me, but, you know. The rat that sold the world. Oh yeah, Worldbox stream was a banger. Worldbox stream was a banger yesterday. Definitely, definitely one of the Merly Bespo streams of all time. And I'm pretty sure it caused at least 1 or 2 people to buy the game, which, you know, that's a success. I'm pretty sure the studio that made Heroes of the Pacific is long since gone under, so unfortunately, not the same effect with this one. But it's a pretty cool game, so we're gonna, you know, we're gonna vibe to it anyway. I mean, again, this is the game that started me being the horrible way that I am, so, you know. I need to kill 10 planes to do the secondary objective. Damn it, that ain't happening. Nope. I thought they were a guest. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if their guests streamed more often, then they would be considered a guest. But I don't know. You know, maybe until she does, I think she's a guest on my channel. Shade. Non-discreet shade being thrown. You stream more. But anyway, yeah, so stream more, Merly. I'm streaming 3 times a week.
Hell and damnation, that thing's enormous.
The boss.
I hope we got something big enough to put a dent in it.
Damn it! Everyone split up and move in. We can't afford to get caught.
Oh yeah, this is where they're gonna make a big deal out of the
Targets at close range.
big deal out of the beehive shells. Ironically, the
That's it. Get in there and
the
sink this son of a
main
gun.
guns of the Musashi were mainly used to just
Target the rudder and propeller shafts.
kick up.
Tail on the back of the ship. Everyone else
Oh yeah, there we go.
strike their aim.
What do you call it? Only 3. I stream every day. I'm on that grind. I don't think that's true.
Commence bombing.
Okay, moving into it.
But yeah, the main thing was they would shoot in the path of oncoming torpedo bombers, and the spray of water from an 18-inch shell hitting the water would usually be enough to take out an airplane, which is a very scary thought. Bombs away, and I can't watch the bombs sting.
Special delivery.
Oh, there we go. Cool. Oh my God, the rudder.
Slowing. Avengers, move in for a torpedo run.
Ah, Avengers.
Missing our torpedo run. Can someone try and get those fighters off our case?
Ba, ba, ba. Oh, I have the whole mission to get 10 air kills. Okay, cool. In that case,
Attack my target.
we're just gonna do a little bit of this action. That was in a funny voice, and I was gonna repeat it, and then it occurred to me that I really shouldn't be repeating that. That is not helpful to the brand. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's not helpful to, like, Discord counts? I'm not sure if Discord counts. Yeah. Man, I am sick of this guy. He's just circling. I mean, it's what I would do, but, like, damn you guys are supposed to be stupid. Yep, well, I agree. Flying through, yeah, you just won't die. I forgot all the voice acting in this game is like that, actually. Ah, yes, the always trap of, much like Ace Combat, where if you aren't flying a fighter, an air-to-air fighter, you are wrong. I'm so sorry, I'm gonna have to lurk today. You know why? I understand. Enjoy your Delta Runes. And because you're playing Deltarune, happy Pride. She going crazy? I'm glad. I'm glad it was able to ride the hype. I can get this guy. I can outshoot a J2M, one of the best performing Japanese fighters of the war, in a Dauntless. That's fine. That's normal. You know, I mean, that's just how it goes.
It's still too maneuverable. We can't hit it while it's twisting and turning like that.
Oh my god, skill issue.
Go get
I
some
could do it.
torpedoes. We'll slow it down. Form up, Dauntless Wing. We're going on a dive, bomb, and run. I just
Okay,
can't
we're doing
kill
this again.
damn jet.
Alright, easy there, partner. In the year 2025, that's not a stream friendly word. The word in the hangar. No. Do not use, what's the, oh, right, that's what they call them. Blockheads? The thing that I found out was actually a term for, certain Labradors. Real term. I have no clue what it means. Presumably means like a square-shaped head. Maybe. I don't know. But, for the life of me, I thought Charlie Brown invented that. I actually just thought it was a Charlie Brown bit. But, nope. It's real. It's about dogs. Crazy. Crazy world we live in. Let's shoot this guy up with our little 30 cals. Yeah, get him. Yeah. Okay, I don't know if we really protected those guys, but you know.
We're heading back for more bombs. Crow, take your wing and destroy the primary bridge.
I got him driving easy, Cal, easy. I know it's not your channel, but easy. How can I tell if... Yeah, that's the one. That's the article.
What are your orders, sir?
Okay, and...
Get your ass over here.
What do you mean? Oh my god, is this another... Yeah, okay, this is another Crow, you're straying from the... whatever. Goes to actual historical dive altitude, in fact, way below it. Gets in trouble from the game. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Callahan returning from the carry with Cunningham squadron in behind. Everyone pull back.
What?
We're going in for an attack run.
Oh, okay, we pull back. He is a good actor. Yeah, it's a shame the Star Wars sequels totally wasted him. That is a darn shame. Let's see, I'm focusing on how to... Oh, that's right. This is a Heroes of the Pacific engagement. Why am I thinking of how to plan this? You don't plan these Heroes of the Pacific fights. They just happen. This is miserable in a Dauntless. Yeah. You know, I love how all the predictions about like Disney execs seeing their like crappy well, the crappy Star Wars things fail, and then being like, well, I guess people just don't like Star Wars anymore. Were proven true because Andor had to fight for like every bit of its funding, and they were like, we don't get it. We thought people hated Star Wars, and it's like, no, it turns out people actually just hate bad Star Wars. Crazy novel concept. There is a Nightmare stream on the horizon where, like, I said jokingly to Cliff, if y'all know Cliff Oth. I hope y'all know Cliff Oth. He's pretty cool. Okay, there we go. And we're back at it again. But, where I was like, alright, when I get back, we're just gonna do, like, a 6-hour stream ranting about Star Wars, and it'll be horrible. And he was like, oh, wait, for real? And I was horrified because I brought this up as a joke. I don't know, honestly, I probably could talk about Finn specifically for 6 hours. I have very strong opinions on Finn. And how he could have been literally the best character ever made in Star Wars. But, you know. It's the cursed phrase! No. Bombs away. Bang, bang.
That's it, Crow. Take that AA battery out.
Oh, I have no clue.
Doing well, Crow. Shoot that AA battery.
Oh, there it is. Sink the Musashi, it's the thing!
Engines. All units
It's the thing! Much more impressive than sinking Bismarck, by the way.
hitting that boat until it rolls over and dies.
Actually has functioning air defense, unlike Bismarck. Just saying.
Special delivery, Tojo.
You know, by the way. I like that ship. What, Musashi? Yeah, Musashi and Kankola is pretty cool. Alright, and bombs away. Is that the ship from Kantai Collection? Yeah, and me every time I look at a Japanese ship in Heroes of the Pacific. Is that a Kantai Collection reference? Me also every single time I play Battle Stations. We did it! Wow, that was remarkably easy.
Very pleased with us, man. I smell a 2-day leave path for all concerned.
Success! I don't know how many... I probably should have looked into the actual attack on the Musashi beforehand, but I think there were like 19 fighters, or 19 aircraft shot down out of like 200 something that took place in the attack. And I'm pretty sure the story with Yamato was remarkably similar. But it is incredibly funny that both Yamato and Musashi went down to exclusively planes. No surface combat involved. In fact, the only time Yamato actually saw surface combat was against a picket fleet of literal tin cans. Taffy 3, by the way. Hey look, it's Battle of Samar.
The Leyte region has become a strategic focus on both sides over the last few days. At least 3 major Japanese task forces are in the area searching for the U.S. invasion force. Meanwhile, Admiral Halsey has 2 battleship flotillas out looking for the Japanese. We aren't fast enough to outrun a Japanese task force, and with only a small destroyer escort, there's no chance of fighting back. Command doesn't like not knowing where the Japs are, so we are sending all available planes out on scouting patrols. Your mission is to head to the northwest sector and ensure that this task force is not taken by surprise.
Oh wait, are we actually doing Taffy 3? I think so. It's gonna get super fun when you get the Bearcat and P-80. Oh, yeah. I remember distinctly the Bearcat being, oh, it's another Catalina mission. The Bearcat being a menace in this game. Also, hello, welcome. And then I still remember playing the final level on Ace difficulty, still using the Bearcat and still dying, and then getting very, very mad. Who knows? Maybe it's because I was a child, but maybe not, because we already had our like morale break at the jet mission, the ME-262 mission. Which, granted, okay, so confession time, right? The 262 mission was mainly as bad as it was because I kind of screwed up a little bit. I kind of, okay, I don't know why, I guess I guess our squadron commander also got assigned to fly, oh, well, no. No, they're in Corsairs. We're just in a PBY because, you know.
Sir, I can see something off to our northwest. Looks like large surface contacts.
Just because we need to suffer.
Must be Halsey's battleship group heading north. No Japanese force could have gotten that close to us without being spotted. It's impossible. Still, we better move in closer to check.
Oh yeah, that is definitely not a Japanese flight. Oh yeah, there it is.
That's no U.S. warship. I'm calling it in. Come in, Taffy 3.
Oh hey, this is, yeah.
Break course. You got a huge
What if we just alter history and sink the Yamato?
6 heavy cruisers, plus around a dozen smaller vessels. Crow, I need you to do enough damage with your torpedoes so this Japanese fleet will turn around.
Okay.
Stay far out to avoid the flak. Remember to lead the target.
Okay, that's a lot of secondaries. Okay, and let's just bang, 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 bang. Oh yeah. Okay, this is gonna be pretty cool. Let's see, what do we got? A Pete, the hated nemesis. Explode. P61 is a cheat code with dog. Oh, I forgot the P61 is in this game. Hell yeah. Neat.
Torpedo running clean.
Bonk. Bonk. Okay, well, hopefully that works. Well, we are being swarmed by Japanese fighters, so I guess we don't have much of a say in doing the secondary objective. We are dying very quickly. They were not kidding about that AA. Let's see. Oh, is that hole down there? I think it is. I also see about like as many planes as the what do you call it? As the original Xbox could probably render off in the distance. So that's cool. And let's see if we can get this guy. Yep, there they go. Go get them, boys. God, they're like bees.
Yes.
Admittedly, the
torpedo magazine.
yeah.
Those brave, crazy bastards.
Torpedo detonation.
Yeah. Taffy 3 is a very cool fight because it was very much an example of I didn't hear no bell, where a small group of escort carriers and destroyers
Sacrificing for a cruiser, not to mention defending our carriers.
fended off an entire battle group.
Expects of 'em.
Alright, come on, line up. Nope. Oh, yep, there's the Roberts. Bonk, 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 bonk. Oh, there's one. And fly swatter. Oh, nope. Okay, and I'm trying to remember what cruiser that was historically. I love how eager the tail gunners are.
11 o'clock, high.
The crewman, whatever. The other guy. Alright, now this is gonna be weird because it's like a rear aspect torpedo shot, but which isn't really how you're supposed to do it, but I hate to say it, Taffy 3, but historically there's only so much that one Catalina can do to save your asses now. Oh, they're clipping inside each other. Huh, blue. Okay. Bang. Oh, maybe. Was it the Akagi or was that Midway? That was Midway, yeah. So I remember distinctly. Oh, there's the Sammy B right there. I think that's the Sammy B. So I think they said it was the Roberts, right? Sammy B is also very famous for her role in this fight. Yep, there goes the Sammy B. They actually found her on the bottom recently. There we go. But I'm trying to remember what exactly. I think Akagi was one of the ones where
Believe it, they're turning around.
I think she just burned down. All of her aviation fuel and aviation ordnance just lit up, and you know. Also, what was really funny was the escort. Oh, darn it. Okay, well, no secondary objective for me. But at a certain point, the escort carriers, which, by the way, I think I'm trying to remember which one it was, but the U.S. did lose an escort carrier to enemy gunfire in this fight. But yeah, it got to the point where a lot of the escort carrier's air wing were just floating around and imitating strafing runs because they were all out of ordnance, but they couldn't afford to land because the Japanese were that close. So all they could do was try to keep the gunners and the crew's heads down long enough so that the destroyers would have a shot. It was a Samar was one of the more insane engagements in the fight. Oh yeah, and this is the massacre of the
We are heading north after the main Japanese force. There are at least 4 Japanese carriers out there that we want eradicated from this theater. The centerpiece of the task force is the carrier Zukaku. She's an old friend of ours, the last remaining carrier that was involved in the attack on Pearl. Once you find that fleet, it's a free fire zone. Sink as many Japanese ships as you can, but be on the lookout for Japanese strike planes sent in retaliation against our fleet. Even though the ranks of their aviators have been depleted by recent battles, the Japs have some lethal new fighter types in service, so stay alert and watch your back.
So that implies that there's going to be a boss fight. Also, inaccurate, because Zuikaku was sunk by a submarine, but, you know. Alright, what do we got? Ah, that's right, we do have the Hellcat. An unbeatable 19-to-1 kill ratio. Unbeatable, huh? I have news. That's very impressive. Oh, I didn't get to change my ordnance, damn it. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. It's probably good. Anyway. Yeah, 19-to-1 is very impressive, but you know what's also impressive? 104-0. Love the Eagle. I need to look at what the
Right, guys, time to get this show on the road. Move out, everybody.
what the 51's kill ratio actually was. Let's see. Okay. Wait, do I have more bombs than I did as the Dauntless? If so, crazy. If so, literally, what is the point of taking a dive bomber? Other than, like, for the love of the game. Fucking muggy as hell. Yeah, true. Even where I'm at, it's been kind of wet and gross. Which honestly is good, because it helps control the wildfires. Alright, 20 enemy planes. That's much more achievable.
Those are the Japs' new Frank fighters. Crow, take a lead formation. We'll handle the rest.
Bonk. Bonk. KI-84s. I don't like Franks. They're really annoying to shoot at. They are very maneuverable and very fast. Unfortunately, this is Heroes of the Pacific, so that does not matter. Hey, give me that guy. Heavy bombers. Whoa, why is the US carrier help so not there? Wait, what happened? I looked away for like 12 seconds. Oh, is this the one with the Okas? I think this is the one with the Okas. Oh, that's right, I need to shoot my rockets at air targets more because that's a thing that I can do.
Attack my target.
Roger. Bombers targeted. Bomber down.
Gonna boost ahead. Ugh. Please explode. Okay, thank you. Bang, 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 bang. Cool, I think that's all of them. Nope, one more.
Will, there's another wave coming in from the northwest. There's something fishy about them.
B-25? What about it? What about the Mitchell? I do love the Mitchell. Good old creature, that one. Oh, wait. Let's see. This is a cutscene, which means something dramatic is happening.
Look out! He's gonna ram.
Oh, right, this is kamikazes, right. Despite the fact that they already introduced kamikazes. Oh, is this supposed to be Bunker Hill? Oh, no, this is St. Lo.
Bombers. They hit the St. Lo. Protect the carriers at all costs, even if you have to bump them out of the way yourself.
Yep. So that is... I think... I'm not sure if St. Lo is one of the ones that sunk. Versus, because I know Bunker Hill got hit really bad, like, famously bad. I think St. Lo was the one that sunk. Ooh. You guys are getting way too close. I'm sorry, but I can't allow you to do that. Please explode. Thank you. Bonk, and last one... There he is.
Heads up, we've got more inbound Japs. Dive bombers coming from the southwest this time.
Listen, if you get in my way at this point, it's on you. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, cool. The KI-84s aren't dive bombers, you buffoon. You can use it on this mission. I think it's a New Game Plus thing. I don't know if I would take the B-25 on this mission unless the turrets are really good. Okay, this is gonna like murder me, but I'm going to murder a lot of them.
Fire, I repeat, hold your fire.
I will not be holding my fire. Get out of the way. Sorry, but I only got one option here, and it's kill these things. Ugh. Ah, there's a lot of them. A lot of them are gonna get through, damn it. Okay, just hit that guy long range, cool. Oh geez, that's a lot of them. At least they're, for the most part, being real slow with what they hit. Bang. And spin around real quick line. Yeah, it seems like speed is the game for this mission. Okay, well, Task Force Health is... Yeah, Task Force Health is doing pretty good, at least.
鬼米軍め、天皇陛下と気高い西沢藩のご先祖様の名において挑戦してやる。
Yeah, honorable duel about that. I love how they really every like wacky thing about this game really, I think this is supposed to be an N1K maybe or just a K84, but everything about this game starts to make a lot more sense when you realize it's being framed as from like a comic book. Like all the cutscene dialogue and stuff is styled like a comic book, and all the wacky bits of this game start to, you know. Well, that was unceremonious. I figured he would at least have some kind of like honor, and then, you know, explode thing like Zuko in that one Avatar episode. The Hellcat's really good though. It's one of the better fighter. I think honestly, I might have ran the Hellcat for like the rest of the game. My first time, I distinctly remember this color scheme. Oh my goodness gracious! It's the Japanese fleet. Let's go ahead and sink one enemy cruiser. Okay. Bombs away. Oh, I missed. It's fine. Going in for run 2.
Take that.
Bombs away.
That's the last of the Jap carriers that struck at Pearl. But the sleep's not even
And
yet.
spin around, do the rockets. Disregard, I went under his antennas.
Another flat top sent to Davy Jones's locker.
Wow, y'all were quick on the draw on that one. Unfortunately, I don't get credit for destroying the carriers. I get credit for sinking this cruiser. Let's see, what even cruisers were left at this point? I know Atago survived the war. I don't know. There's a lot. I guess name a specific Japanese cruiser that's alive at this point is actually kind of difficult because there were a lot that were around. There were a lot that weren't around, but still. Oh. I think that was close enough. It counted for damage, which is, you know, we're here for that. Bang. I think these are only 500 pounders, which is why it's technically not as powerful as the Dauntless. So I have to do a lot more runs than I would have in a Dauntless. Or would need to in a Dauntless, rather. Not maybe I should, like, back off and just kind of chill while my bombs regen. Or just shoot it with rockets. There we go.
Nice work, Crow. You'll get a commendation for that. But work on the carriers. We don't want to let even one get away.
You're the one who told me to do it. Bang. Ow, wow, okay, that thing has a lot of ack-ack. Oh wait, no, those are enemy fighters. Thing is, I'm not being timed on killing these things, so I'm just gonna focus on the air group a little bit, because they're bothering me.
Bullseye, right on top of him.
Yeah, you get them, pro. Let's see. Also, so just while because I'm gonna be sitting here bombing this thing for a little bit, y'all ever do the thing where it's like, oh my gosh, there's so much like stuff to do for fun that I need to do. I'm so stressed about how to fit in all this stuff that I like need to do, when in actuality it's literally just like stuff that you oh shit, am I on a timer? Oh, I hope not. It's not stuff you have to do, it's stuff that you're like doing for your own enjoyment, and it ends up being like oh, I have to get this done, but for like fun. Because I do that extensively, and it's really annoying, and that's what I spent all day today doing. I guess if they reach like the edge of the map, they'll explode. Well, they won't explode, that's the problem. Yeah, very fun thing. You're just like, wow, I can't wait to do this thing for me, which I will now stress about. It's like, you fool, you buffoon. The point is, do it if you're gonna enjoy it. If you aren't going to enjoy it, then don't worry about doing it. Which isn't always true, because some days it's like, you know, you also don't want to bed rot, because bed rotting also sucks. And then you're like, oh man, I should have done that thing, and then you're back in the same position previously discussed. What if you chilled and had fun? But then I wouldn't be doing stuff. I would be wasting time having fun and chilling, as opposed to the desired activity of having fun and chilling. You know? This isn't a self-defeating mindset, I swear. Oh wow, I just went. Kawa's still around at this point, and after the war, he gets blown up by Godzilla in 47. Right. Dark Days, the Godzilla Attack of 47. I never watched that Godzilla movie. Was it good? I heard very good things about it. Also, wait, was I wrong and it was Atago that sunk, but Takeo that was still around? Or were they both? I could have sworn Takeo was, or Atago survived the war. Yeah, -1.
Commence rocket attack.
Okay, moving in to attack ships.
I probably should have been telling them to do that for a while now, but it's fine. Yeah? Okay, good. It's okay, one Hellcat can in fact... Oh, that shit was great. Okay, cool. Yeah, I recall hearing very good things about it. But I never went out and watched it. Bang, bang. And then we... Rocket, 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 rocket. And then we... Bumba. Oh, never mind, we missed. Actually, I think we did it. Now I get to make you watch it with me? Okay. We'll do the Birdport movie night, I suppose. Freaking amazing? Okay, very nice. Yeah, I guess I'll have to watch it. I don't know, so I guess my spicy take is I was never a huge fan of kaiju movies.
Right, man, let him go.
What?
We gave it our best shot.
Ah! That took too long killing the cruiser. Damn it, I was wrong. I was like, oh, there's not a timer, I'm fine. Says me, a foolish fool. An idiot, a buffoon even. Anyway, let's go do that. I don't care. Cover me.
Take that. That's the last of the Jap carriers that struck at Pearl. But the slate's not even yet.
Okay.
Protect those bombers. Commence rocket attack. Bullseye, right on
Okay,
top of
so let's kill this cruiser. I also didn't go out and watch it. Fair. I mean,
Another flat top.
also to be fair, like, I don't know, going to the movies is a very specific vibe, you know? Like, it's a your movie. I mean, I guess. Wait, is that supposed to mean that you're, like, secretly excited for the Hangar movie, or that you don't want it to be a Hangar movie? Or that you dread the Hangar movie? Gosh, I really hope my boys are attacking this thing with me. Damn it. Okay, I need to just line up on this thing. That's something going down. Bang. Oh, darn it. Okay, we just need to be way aggressive. As a historical plane guy, you'll love a certain part of it. Ooh. I mean, if it's immediate post-World War II JSDF, that is a pretty cool period. That is a... They had a really neat mix of gear there.
Nice work, Crow. You'll get a commendation for that.
Bang, 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 bang.
We don't want to let even one get away.
I guess maybe we should focus on the Zuiho. Also, if I'm not mistaken, isn't Chitose a... Like, wasn't she a seaplane tender more than a carrier? Not been in the movies for a very long time between big, sick, crazy people not paying for snacks. Valid. Yeah, movie snacks are, of course, you know, notoriously a scam, so entirely fair. Oh, they are jumping me.
Commence rocket attack.
Bombs away.
Oh, attack the ship!
Okay, let's get away from there. I think that's a friendly. Yes, go AI, attack the boats. Bam, 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 bam. I think if we just rocket run one and then bomb run the second, this is a good strat. And then we'll turn around. And we'll... Okay, we did kill the cruiser a lot faster this time, so that's good. Okay. And we save our bombs for Zuiho. That's 3 bombs for her. Bonk, bonk, bonk. And we continue to get jumped by 1,000 fighters. I do really need to kill these things.
Commence rocket attack. Support me, men.
Okay, moving in to attack ships.
Actually,
Attack my
we'll have
target.
the AI attack the fighters. They're generally pretty good at it. Bonk, 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 bonk. Okay, 2 bombs out. We broke from our pattern there, but it's fine because Zuiho's the one that hits the you lost the mission checkpoint first. Yep, so we need to focus on her. We are quite on fire, which is suboptimal. Alright, she's almost done.
This Tojo just won't die. Fighter down!
Yeah, see, they're doing it. Slowly, but they're doing it. Okay, there she goes. And... Oh, don't I know it? We are not doing great on health, but we're also doing pretty good at ending the mission, so... Okay, rockets out. Bombs out. Any fighters that we can work on for a second? While our bombs come back? A little bit, yeah. There's this guy. Alright, this guy, you've made the very unfortunate decision to be ahead of me. Alright, let's... We should have all 4 of our bombs before we line up here. Bonk, 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 bonk. Bang, 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 bang. That might have been only 3 bombs, but that's okay.
Attack my target.
Going after the fighters.
Bombs away. And she is at literally 0 health. I think we're good. I wasn't talking... Oh yeah, kaiju movies. Yeah, I don't know. I generally don't enjoy your bog standard kaiju movie all that much.
Good job, Crow. Keep it up.
Because it's like... I don't know.
Fine work, Crow.
It's like I'm not rooting for the monster. I wanted to see the monster blow up.
Call it a day.
Like, that's why Pacific Rim is one of the fucking greatest kaiju movies ever.
Tojo just won't die.
Because there's, you know, the giant robots that show up, and then they beat up the kaiju and kill it in a really cool way. That's cool. It's also not clear whether the Jaeger is gonna win, so there's an actual, like, conflict.
We were on a
Ooh.
roll. We had the Japs on the run and we weren't gonna stop till we bombed Tokyo to hell. While the rest of the guys were celebrating, I could only think of one thing. That Shun Agawa, the squadron leader of the 13th, would somehow escape. One night there was a knock on my door. It was the Admiral. He'd had a visit from one of the other pilots, Mike Canning. Mike had admitted to sabotaging my plane after we sank the Shoho. He said he wanted to knock me down a peg or 2 on the kills board, and that he was sorry. He got off lightly, but he was going to be peeling potatoes for the rest of the war. The Admiral also said he had something for me.
Oh.
It was a crumpled letter that he'd gotten unofficially. The letter was from the 13th Squadron, and it was addressed to me. It seemed that while I was after them, they were after me. I opened the letter. There were just 2 words on it, Iwo Jima. It was from Shun Agawa, the leader of the 13th Squadron. I would get my wish, a chance to fly against Agawa and avenge my brother.
And it would be a really annoying boss fight. Most kaiju movies don't have the monster win, then you have those like Shin Godzilla, which is up in the air to think about. Shin Godzilla was pretty cool.
If the turkey shoot was a disaster for Jap pilots, then the Battle of Lady Gulf was a disaster for their whole navy. When we landed on Lady Island in the Philippines, the remains of the Japanese fleet sailed to meet us for the final great naval battle of the war. The Japanese Navy was outclassed, and the battle was a decisive victory for the U.S. Even so, the kamikaze attacks did a huge amount of damage, not all of it physical. The kamikaze sank over 15 U.S. ships in the Philippines. Over the entire war, the kamikaze sank 40 ships. When the Battle of Leyte Gulf was over, we'd sunk the biggest ship I'd ever seen, their super
Yeah, it's
battleship
Helldiver.
Musashi. We also sunk the carrier Zukaku, the final survivor of the Pearl Harbor attack. In all, the Japs lost 10 times as many ships and planes.
Also,
as
pretty
us.
sure there was a submarine
With
though.
their defeat at the Battle of Leyte Gulf, the Japanese Navy was finished.
Shin Godzilla would have been a shorter movie if the Japanese let the USA nuke it. But then thematically it wouldn't have worked, right? Because isn't the oh gosh. Shin Godzilla represents something specifically. Because like original Godzilla represented the atomic bombing or something along those lines. Or just atomic power in general. Oh boy. And then I think -1's Godzilla is like representative of survivor guilt or something along that. When you're dealing with a cosmic kaiju, fuck the theme, homie.
We have
No,
to
you don't
strike
understand. We
all the way
can't.
back to
Hold
the
on.
island fortress of Iwo Jima. In order to strike at the Japanese mainland, we must take Iwo Jima's airfields. The Japanese intend to make us pay for every yard. But be warned, the Japs are going to try everything they can to stop us. They've been quiet so far, but there are 2 airfields on that rock. So be on the lookout for interceptors.
Yeah. Still not taking a dive bomber. No, you don't understand. We can't just blow up this thing. The characters have to go under plot development first. Listen, there's a lot of traumas that have to be worked out before we can just end this the way we'd like to. Okay, what loadouts can I take? Okay, the 2,000 pounders are much better. Oh, look at that guy.
Iwo Jima is just a lump of volcanic rock out in the middle of nowhere.
Look at that Doom
But it
guy.
was one step closer to Japan, and it had a couple of nice fat runways for our B-29s.
I wasn't paying much attention to the planes flying out from behind him, but they were certainly not B-29s. Think of the radiation, it will ruin the land for people not to move in. True, true. Let's see. I mean, wait, isn't the thing if you nuke Godzilla, then he,
General quarters, all hands, man your battle stations, incoming air raid. Hell, kamikaze!
Oh, it was Bismarck C that sunk, right.
We're sitting ducks until we can get this deck cleared.
My men and I are scrambling right now, sir.
Watch out for more kamikaze.
Yeah, isn't the thing about,
Airborne. There's a wave of suicide planes coming in from
what's
the
his face,
south.
Godzilla,
Attack on
that,
my target.
if you nuke him, he just gets stronger.
Attacking fighters.
Hey, Merlin, back to more heroes, yeah. Also, Soul, I forgot to say, well, at least I might have forgotten to say, happy birthday. I know it's late now, but still, I hope you had a good one. But yeah, we are hopefully finishing the campaign of Heroes today. I think we're pretty close, because in fact, it might just be these last 3 missions. If so, we might do the historical missions. I kind of wanted to do some like cool research into the historical missions first, just because they're really cool stories, and I want to be able to, like, you know,
Any free units, move to intercept.
Bakas.
Take that, Tojo.
Oh my goodness, it's the Bakas, the Baka bombs. There's no way radiation heals him more than the fireball hurts. Well, I don't know, it's weird kaiju logic. 10 reasons why Godzilla is dumb. Rant Sona pose. Feet out.
Those bombers before they launch any of those things. They're bad news. Ram them if you have to.
He keeps telling me to do that. Where's the monster, America? If it's nuked to nothing, it's fine. If some flesh survives, then second health bar time. Yeah, but like, isn't the thing that it's very... It's basically impossible to just remove all the flesh?
Do I look like a gem to you?
In the moment, yes. Okay, I'm just gonna hold down the trigger until these guys go away. I forget if the, I'm pretty sure the hole bolted inside the, not regenerate himself? Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. If you leave a little flesh tab of Godzilla laying around, it's gonna come back.
Incoming. Conventional Japanese dive bombers and fighters. Estimate formation
Thanks.
strength, at least 3 squadrons. They're coming
Now,
in
when you
with
say
a
squadrons, do you
fire.
mean actual squadrons, or this game's weird definition of squadrons? 2 tons of fish with bent. Does Godzilla eat fish? I think part of the allegory is that you can't kill him. We have to learn to live with the monster we created. Yeah, I mean that's the real one. If you just blow up Godzilla, then the message of Godzilla is defeated. As funny as it would be. As he is an allegory for nukes. Don't give Godzilla the vent. Think of the property. No, you have to give Godzilla downers so he just chills the hell out. That's a lot of fish. It is a lot of fish. Well, I was quick. Where's the rest of them? Oh, they're there. Maybe. I think those are just escort fighters, actually. Correct. I think the game hasn't... It's still giving me time to... I mean, I appreciate the game giving me time to keep some of these fighters off my back, because they get really annoying otherwise. Oh, hi there. But yeah, no, the solution is to give Godzilla downers. Make him walk through the super weed cloud. And he'll just chill the hell out. That's the other half. Godzilla is chill in many movies. It's the other monsters that come for the J's. Yeah, that is true. Usually, they kind of transitioned it where Godzilla is usually the good guy. Filled his tummy up with super cold fluid. Yeah, basically. Now, I guess, yeah, that is the thing. Like, Godzilla will fuck shit up, sure, and, like, if you jump him, he will, fuck your shit up. But, for the most part, it's like Rodan and that weird, Stegosaurus fella, and,
Look at those bombers, Will. Where else is the crew? Take them out immediately. I've heard reports of heavy bombers packed with
Oh, yeah.
thermite bombs. Keep them away from the Saratoga.
bang, bang, bang.
Holy crap.
Wow. Holy cannoli. There. Someone doesn't know the names. You're right, I do not know the names. I mean, I know, like, King Ghidorah, I know Rodan. Those are the 2 big ones, really, that I know. I know Mothra, of course. The Mothra is kind of a good guy, too, so, I guess, no, Mothra counts. Mothra counts towards my total.
The Japs are sending obsolete old planes out into battle. The B-29 raids over the mainland must be hurting their arms factories.
I mean, this is true, but in actuality, it'd be like KI-21s and shit, not... The Val is kind of still service-worthy at this point. Anguillus? Yeah, that one. And then there's that weird, Mechagodzilla is kind of cool. Mechagodzilla is kind of cool. And then there's that other dude, what's his name? The space monster from the American movie, the one that was, like, I think a direct inspiration for the Cloverfield monster. The one that had like little dudes that came off of it. I mean, they weren't little dudes; they were its children, but like still. Y'all know the Destroya. Was that Destroya? I think so. Raznor. Was its name really Raznor? Or is Destroya a different one? Actually, this is the part where you educate me on. Oh my god.
Multiple directions. All units, move to cover us.
Attack.
Y'all
my
attack
targets.
that one. Pretty sure those guys are farther away. Oh no, I'm thinking of something else. Okay, yeah, I had a feeling. No, I'm pretty sure that's Destroya. Different one? Let's see. I gotta dig way back in the memory for that one. The American one? I think it was not the like. Well, actually, no. It might have been the weird American one that like wasn't quite Godzilla. But what do you call it? Like Destroya is the huge edgy Neopet. Huh. You know, it's funny. I have literally no idea what you mean when you say that. I don't know. The one that like I know it takes place in New York, I think. So it might have been the one Big Dragon Wings. Oh yeah. No, I know that one. Oh god, the Baka Bombs. Oh yeah. So if those of you who don't know what a Baka Bomb is, it was the nickname given to Japanese rocket-propelled, self-propelled cruise missiles, basically. Except, you know, rather than use proper, well, the way you would expect to aim a cruise missile, Okas were piloted. So, also, I would not be able to catch them if they had launched. They were Muto from the 2014 movie. That's the one. But yeah, they basically took a guy, put him in this cruise missile, and dropped him from a Betty. Usually it was a Betty, I think. I think the Bettys were the only ones that could carry them. And then it would ignite its rockets, and it would fly towards a ship. And they weren't really that successful, but they were successful enough that they were pretty scary. It was a wild time to be an aviator in Imperial Japan. One would argue maybe that it was always a wild time to be an aviator in Imperial Japan, but still, that one particularly so. I see the textures are freaking out. I'm just going to choose not to address it. They made Godzilla a strange asexual fish thing. The one where he looked like a T-Rex because, like, everyone thought Godzilla was supposed to be Jurassic Park. Which also kind of defeats, like, the point of the message of Jurassic Park. So they were called idiot bombs? Yeah, that was the nickname that the US gave them. Because the belief was, well, I mean, the very clear impression was, well, you'd have to be an idiot to go in there to get into one of those things. So the name stuck. Yeah. Let's see. Also, I like how they're like, oh, the Zero is outdated at this point, when it really, I mean, kinda, but like, a Zero was still a worthy opponent. Like, you were still getting the later variant Zeros. I guess the implication is that, yeah, the old, like, A6M1 models were being used for this stuff, which they were. I mean, the Japanese were using literally, like, interwar biplanes for kamikaze attacks at this point, so, yeah. Though granted, I think most of those ones, were mainly over the Japanese mainland, which Iwo Jima technically is, but you know, the ground is cursed. If you don't address it, it can't hurt you. If you just don't, it's a cognito hazard. All you need to do is not acknowledge that it's there. Disregard that that's not how cognito hazards work. And the second you perceive it, you're fucked. That's the nature of that. Godzilla 98 was a fun monster movie, but not a good Godzilla movie. Yeah, that seems to be the consensus. Also, the 98 Godzilla movie is just like, painfully, we are trying to sell toys to American children.
Take that! The last of the Judies is down!
It's kind of funny. It's like,
But it's time to shut this
Oh.
base down permanently. We need you to attack the main hangars, the control tower, and then destroy their fuel supply.
okay,
What are your orders, sir?
but,
Commence
what was I
rocket
gonna say?
attack.
Going after the ground unit.
Something. I was gonna say something. Well, duh, it had a cartoon. It did have a cartoon. Yeah, what a wacky time. Right, it's kind of the thing about, like, Rambo, for example, where, the movie had Inspector Gadget in it. Wait, it did? Huh. That's news. Oh wow, I can just use my cannons for all these. Even more reason to never take a dive bomber in this game. But yeah, like how the point of original Rambo is like, hey, there's a, you know, how we treated our guys coming back from Vietnam was kind of shitty, and it led them to be unable to adjust, and nobody talks about it. And now we're throwing them in jail and stuff, which is pretty fucked up. And then the succeeding Rambos were like, cool action man kills 8,000 Vietnamese. And it's like, okay, but what was the point of the original movie? I get it. You know, that's a term that gets thrown around a lot. People like to, whenever... Ooh. My beloved, my special. Also with the weird non-plexiglass nose, which I'm not sure if the G had. I think the G actually had a full enclosed nose. Anyway, I'm getting distracted from my point. The word media literacy gets like used on Twitter obsessively now, and people are using it for, you have an interpretation of the movie that differs from mine. But like, I think a good example of actual media illiteracy is whatever the hell the company that owns the right to the movie does. I think generally that's the tell of like when it's actually, when the point of the movie is actually lost. Heard the 98 cartoon series was way better than the movies. Would be incredibly funny if true.
Iwo Jima is heavily fortified with anti-ship guns, pillboxes, and a vast underground cave system. We have taken a leaf out of Doolittle's book and borrowed some B-25 ground attack bomber variants off the Army. We need you to drop smoke flares into the bunkers and the hidden coastal guns. And the gunners on our battleship will finish the job. Once the guns
Why
are
do you
knocked
say it
out,
like that?
the Marines can move in. Once their Amtraks land, support the Marines' advance by destroying
They don't
machine
call them
guns,
that, they're called
nests,
Amtraks.
pillboxes, and enemy soldiers.
Okay, fair enough. Are you implying that we are going to Doolittle a bunch of B-25s off the carriers? I believe that is the implication, yes. I'm guilty if I watch Godzilla for the big monster fucking shit up. Fair, fair. I mean, that's fine. Everybody is free to enjoy the movies the way they desire. Because otherwise, you turn into a pretentious asshole, which is the other side of it, where it's like, dude, it's not that. Why did they film the scene this way? Because it looks fucking badass. Let me check something real fast. This is gonna bother me. No, I don't care. I'm talking about variants. Hold on, I'm googling. like Gundam. It has a message. Most people don't care. Gundam is a bit more like straightforward with it, to be entirely like Gundam kind of beats you over the head with what it's about. Okay, so the H did have a closed nose. And the G... Oh, huh. The G did as well. It's the J that has the extended plexiglass nose. Huh. I'm gonna have to do more, like, things. War is bad. Shut up, kid. Get in the... Yeah, war is bad. Now get in this sick-ass robot and blow up other robots for the next 30 minutes. Also trumpets. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do the... Oh, wait a second. No, do not use, straight gun elevation. Do the ground attack gun elevation. Because we're a B-25. If I have to get in a dogfight with this thing, I'm just gonna kind of toss in the towel. If we have to get in a dogfight with Japanese fighters in this thing, I am definitely gonna toss in the towel. Wow, yep, I guess we're doing that.
Okay, Murphy. You better come running if I holler, though. This thing ain't gonna be much use if I run into some fighters.
Trust me.
Oh, it's this guy again.
Touch a hair on your little head. Okay, Lieutenant. Gun those engines and get those big bastards off my deck.
Big bastards? Wait, am I not the only B-25 here? I wish I had free look, but I do not.
Listen up. Crow, I want you and your men to concentrate on flattening those fortified naval guns.
Yeah.
We'll keep the fighters off your back. You worry about getting your bombs on the mark.
Boy, do they like making money selling war model kits. Right. That's the thing, is it's like, what Gundam says its message is, war is bad. What Gundam's actual message is, buy our cool war robots.
This is Callahan off of Lexington. My wing is
Let's
coming
see.
in from the west. I can see fighter wings launching from the Japanese air bases. Watch yourself.
Because of course.
Don't sweat it, Lieutenant. I can take care of them.
I love how it's like, be careful. What do you call it?
Damn it, it looks like the Japs repaired most of the damage from yesterday's raid. Still,
There's too much dialogue
put a
happening
dent
over
in their
here.
fighter squadrons.
Smoke away.
Oh yeah, they're like, oh, these are concealed positions. Our battleships can't spot where they are. Meanwhile, the clearly rendering different bunker that takes up a tenth of the island is very clear. Alright, we're just doing P-25 stuff.
Damn, too fast.
Oh, shoot. Oh, wait. Oh, that's... I have a cannon. That's what my weapon is.
Damn, too
What
fast.
do you mean too fast? Alright, well, I guess we gotta go real slow like.
Smoke away.
There we go. Like, we gotta go real slow, like below stall speed slow like. Alright, let's... Slow... Okay. We're vibing. I mean, we are in a B-25, so the ability to fly low level, vibe, and shoot everything that shoots back at us is very, very appreciated. That's Bandai being shit. They treat it as full marketing and willing to throw all sorts of shit out to sell kits. UC Gundam at least keeps the war sucks, but mechs are cool. True. Well, the thing is, you have to include the but mechs are cool part, otherwise people won't watch your show about why war sucks. I do like... So, this is... I don't think this is a hot take anymore. I think this is a usual Gundam take. I enjoy UC's more grounded suits more than, like, the 8 million Gundam style suits. Like, Like, my favorite Gundam variant, if I had to pick one, is probably the EZ-8, which I know makes me excessively boring and annoying, but it's just how I feel. The full armor Gundam is kind of cool, in fairness, but like, when people send me Gundams and they're like, they have 8 million fucking like funnel Psycho Gundam things hanging off of them,
Damn, too fast.
it's like, alright, this is a bit much though, you know? Like, I don't know, they just seem to, like, it's a little much is all. The designs get busy with a lot of the, like, super crazy Omega Death Gundams, you know?
Smoke away.
In my opinion, at least. UC has a problem of too many Gundams. Well, the thing is about UC is every single UC series that comes out has to have its own prototype secret Gundam that nobody knew about before.
Damn, too fast.
Damn it. Like, that's the thing, is because no matter whether it's the Xeon side or the, you know, the Fetty side, because that's kind of the thing, right? You gotta sell Gundams. So now it's like the RX-79 is like a weak, you know, the bitch boy Gundam, because there's also these like 80 different prototype Gundams that are all much cooler than the RX-79. So yeah, that's kind of a Bandai thing. I suspect, at least. But also because, I will not stand for the slander of future funnel machines, Quibbly and Castraya. So, the Xeon, like, late war Psycho Psycho machines, whatever, they're kind of cool because they look so weird. Like, they're trying to be, like, weird alien creatures. Which is neat. I think that's its own style, you know? It's like when you try to make the Gundam, but it has, like, 2 miniguns, and also a beam cannon, and also a funnel system, and also a, like, a beam lance array, or whatever the hell the one with the wings was called. It's just not a good design, in my opinion. It looks very busy. Oh, hey, we're already doing that. That hangar, most Boston man alive. Bang, bang. Alright, now we have to go blow up all these planes now. Oh wait, we have rockets. Because they made the B-25 just a ground attack menace. Which is fair, because the B-25 was in fact a ground attack menace. I used to think UC stuff was boring since I canonically got introduced with the series with Wing. Now I'm a huge fan of the one-year war. I like how, like, I don't know, it's fun to see mass-produced designs in Gundam, and like, that's my thing, is I like the idea of this is a machine that was created in the confines of we are fighting a war right now. Like, it's designed to do a job in the war, and it's not elegant, it has its problems, but, you know, it's the machine that's there, and it's there to fight a war. I think that's a cool design principle. CMX, in general, GMs are cool and all, but the feds suffer from Oops All Gundam. As a GM stan, as a gym man, I agree, is the thing. Like, you know, they basically found the GM and were like, okay, well, okay, other than the Oops All Gundam thing, but like, you know, Melee Mech, it's a GM. Sniper Mech, it's a GM. Command Mech, it's a GM. Late War Advanced Mech, you'll never guess it, GM. Which, again, I love the GM. It's my favorite mobile suit. But, it is, you know, they don't have a lot of diversity. Meanwhile, it has the, like, you know, Xeon has the, what do you call it? Xeon has a fuck-ass mobile suit for every single possible situation. Am I getting jumped by somebody? Oh, I don't have a, I think they only scripted the, at its core, GMs are Gundam but nerfed slightly. I mean, yeah. I forget if it's GM 2 or 3 that's just the RX Gundam frame in full. I don't know. I mean, the Jagen looks cool as fuck. You definitely cannot shit on the Jagen, because that thing is dope. A whole platoon? Yeah, I guess, huh. Yeah, I guess the LCVP boats did carry, like, full platoons. Just the idea of a shell going into one of them, that's like 30 guys. Jesta is also cool. Jesta is pretty cool. But yeah, I guess because Xeon was going for the, like, Wunderwaffe thing, which is, I think, their explanation for why they have so many, like, quirky bad guy mobile, or, you know, like, why they have so many unique suits compared to the Feds. I think, honestly, the Feds having 8 million versions of the Gundam is kind of just, like we were saying, what do you call it? The Bandai saying, make another Gundam. But, and also, hello. Welcome to Streambo. What battle is this? This is Iwo Jima. And we are supporting the first landings on Iwo in a B-25, which, a carrier-based B-25, which is, a choice. But thankfully, the B-25 kicked so much ass, I do not care. Xeon do fully feel like they made machines for space. That's why they're so alien-like. They made mechs for sea-based operations. Yeah. That's the thing, is like, the amount of weird mechs Xeon has, there's at least, like, you can kind of see why they did it. You know, it, like, it makes sense in the... Oh, there we go. I'm not sure why that guy yelled charge into his, like, air support radio, but, you know, it's fine. There was B-25s in the first landings on Iwo Jima? No. No, there were not.
Well done, Crow. That was good work. But it's not over yet. Missouri thought they'd spotted some periscopes, but they lost them.
Oh, we're doing this thing again.
Some of those Kai-10 piloted torpedoes, we could be in a lot of trouble.
Oh yeah, piloted torpedoes.
Crow, use your 75mm cannon. It ought to set them off like fireworks.
When the mech ran, no, it's fine. The conversation has progressed from kaijus to Gundam. I'm keeping up with what's happening. Speaking of which, what's happening is manned torpedoes are being launched at our battleship, the Missouri, the famous Missouri, fighter of aliens, as everyone knows. But yeah, actual Kai-10 manned torpedoes, not very successful. In fact, I don't think even used. Pretty sure. Wow, he's close though.
Missouri, this is Crow. There are several Japanese
Okay, there we
miniature
go.
subs closing on your position. Prepare for evasive maneuvers if I can't take them out.
Watch your aim, flyboy.
Okay, that wasn't me. That was one of the mini subs. But funny enough, the Japanese, who people usually associate with kamikaze attacks,
Fleet, this is Crow. I've taken out all
not
the subs.
the first people to do it.
Thank our lucky stars
The
that
first
you're
people
on
to do
call,
piloted
Crow.
torpedoes were, in fact, the Italians.
You saved their ass for sure. This is the Enterprise. All planes return to base.
Okay.
Says to call it a day.
Wait, no, I want to kill this guy. I want to kill this Tony. In my B-25. But, Yeah, the Italians used manned torpedoes, though of course, with the added thing of the folks who drove them were not supposed to stay on them when they exploded. Now, were they incredibly dangerous to the operator? Yes, but not intentionally so, just through the inherent risk of piloting a torpedo packed full of explosives. Now I wonder where all the cast was in these World War II these big World War II land battles. It was there. It was there in very good effect. Cast was a bit tricky, of course. Bearcat didn't actually see service, but Bearcat also going to be insanely overpowered. But yeah, it was there. Underwater blasts are super lethal, though. Yes, part of the inherent risk. So the idea was that you would steer it, and then you would disembark, and the torpedo would do its thing while you were hopefully far enough away. Smile. Also, hello, Nico. But yeah, Cass was a bit of a different art.
We've made beachheads on both sides
I'll
of
let
the
him talk.
island and captured the southern airfield. From here, we can take the rest of the island. Your mission is to attack the Japanese defenses around the northern airfield. Once you've completed your objectives, head south to support an assault on Mount Suribashi by the Marines. The Japs on top of that mountain can put fire down on anything that moves on this rock, and we're getting a little sick of the attention. Take them out, and cover the Marines until they get to the top. We just got our first load of the new Bearcat fighters. It's a tough and fast little SOB, perfect for a mission like this.
Oh yeah, and also it lets us pick which thingy we want. You can, if you truly want to, you can fly a torpedo bomber on this mission. If you just hate yourself so severely, you can in fact do that. But the trick was comms were not as good as they are now, by any such margin. So CAS was a very risky and a very precise art. If you also hot rod flames, because yeah, but so if you screwed up your CAS, as many did, you were absolutely going to murk the guys who you were supposed to help. And so CAS was kind of like not the way we envision it. It was more so blowing up tank columns, supply columns, ammo dumps, basically hitting the things that were behind the line, so that they didn't make problems for the guys at the line. Also, I'm gonna grab some water real fast. I will be right back. Y'all don't go anywhere. Bye. Hello. Hello, Aaron. Welcome. Wasn't there a scene like that in Band of Brothers? Probably so. In fact, I think I do remember the one that you're talking about. It yeah, that sort of thing was unfortunately rather commonplace in Normandy in particular. Now the question is, do we want normal gun elevation or ground attack gun elevation? We're gonna do normal gun elevation. Because this specific mission is doing a bunch of ground attack and then one of the most unfortunate and annoying air battles in the game. Y'all excited? Get excited. You're gonna watch Merlin lose his goddamn mind again. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be great. You remember the jet thing? You ready to do the jet thing again?
Boys, throttle up. It's time to get this show on the road.
Man. As we again take off the Enterprise, despite the fact that I'm pretty sure the Enterprise was on her way home with a missing elevator at this point. After a kamikaze literally blew her forward elevator off and into 500 feet into the air and then into the ocean. Where it then proceeded to float with 2 sailors clinging onto it for quite some time until those sailors were recovered.
Reading you loud and clear,
It
Lexington.
was
I'm
a
moving to attack the
wacky
airfield.
time.
This is B-25 flight leader Lee Rouse.
The Rouse.
Approaching Iwo Jima. ETA, 2 minutes. I hope you flatten their AA, pilot.
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure all the support on Iwo Jima was carrier based, but I could be wrong in that. Oh my god, alright. The problem with the Bearcat is it is almost too maneuverable, where it is incredibly squirrely. Oh, do I not have a squad? I don't have a squadron for this. Just use the stairs. Yeah, I will walk my Hellcat up the stairs. I'm gonna hold it like a couch. We're gonna move this Hellcat up the stairway like it's repo. There we go.
Airfield in sight.
Yeah.
60 seconds.
Explode, please. Okay. Explode, please. They are quick on the timing on this one. Okay, where's the last one? Where's that last son of a bitch? There he is. I love the idea that if you don't... Oh, there we go.
Pass, crew.
Okay, cool. Now, we were still getting pretty hammered by Akak, though. So, definitely would like to... we're gonna ignore the textures. It's fine, just don't address them. They can't hurt you if you don't address them. Anyway, yeah, I like Gundam. Gundam's cool. I have not seen all of them, and the series that I have seen, I'm not gonna lie. I've only seen UC era shows, but which I guess is the mainline show to begin with. I've seen bits and pieces of G Gundam, which is of course a hilarious, fun time, but still.
Final approach for airfield. Bombs away.
Oh look, it's B7 or B25 Gs or H's. Whoa! Explosions.
Calling Navy fighters. We need a hand dealing with these
Yeah,
Japanese troops.
there we go.
Pushing hard for the airfield. Any damage you can do to the infantry and tanks might just save our ass.
I love the columns of close formation Japanese tanks.
Spotters say we've got vehicles leaving the bombed HQ. I'll bet it's their commander. Take out those jeeps, Crow. Top priority.
Okay.
You better hit those 2 other vehicles, Crow. The only way to make sure you got them.
Yeah, damn it. Alright, hold on. Let's go hit these guys first. There we go. Okay, they're halfway there. Where's that stupid Jeep? I can't fucking see anything because my screen is shaking too bad. Hold on. I will read in a moment. Now we're gonna die. Fuck. God damn it. Witch from Mercury was okay. It took all of season 1 for it to feel like Gundam. Interesting. Interesting.
Calling Navy fighters. We need a hand dealing with these Japanese troops.
Let's see.
Hard for the
There.
airfield. Any damage you can do to the infantry and tanks
Bang, 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 bomb. Hold on, let me read for a second, because I just died anyway. I think early opinions of the idea of the kamikaze in the Japanese Navy were negative, since it was considered a waste of resources and warriors. As the Japanese situation got more and more desperate and the kamikaze was shown to be effective, opinions changed. It was considered honorable. Yeah, I mean, that was, you know, like, contrary to the popular belief, the Japanese were not intent on throwing, and you know, the idea of throwing yourself into a ship was still pretty crazy, and especially when you are already lacking aviators and you're already lacking airframes and you're already lacking fuel. But as the situation gets worse, what do you call it? Yeah. The only way to make use of the aircraft they had what seemed to be that, is my familiarity with it. And then of course you had to spin it as, you know, oh no, yeah, it's totally, you know, it's super cool and honorable and stuff. But yeah, because the reality is, like, I mean, the you know, cold, brutal reality of it really is, planes being used in their traditional manner can only do so much damage, while a Zero going straight through the flight deck of an escort carrier is probably going to knock that escort carrier out of use for at least a little while, if not sink it. Explode. Oh, it's this. Alright, cool. Y'all ready for the equivalent of the Ace Combat tunnel run? Because if I recall, that is in fact what we're looking at doing. Okay. So now we need to defend this little truck. You'll probably notice some similarities in the Ace Combat formula, but you'd probably not be mistaken in suspecting, hey, maybe maybe they did take this from Ace Combat, and realistically you would probably be correct. Such as the venerable Escort the Truck mission. Bang. Bang. I think the big thing about the Bearcat is you can't, like, it's too nimble to do little, like, flick maneuvers with, because you will overcorrect and explode. They're the equivalent of an Arsenal Bird? No, no Arsenal Bird. We already fought, technically, that. We fought the H8K, which is the closest we're gonna get, really. I thought it was dumb, but then I started watching its second season. That's the thing, is at first you're like, oh, it's the goofy Mexico Gundam show. And then you look at it and you're like, wait a second, this kind of peak. Ow, 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 ow. I don't think they say that. I don't think they hoo. I think that there's a whole, like, there's a whole thing that they say that's not hoo. Bang. At least I have a second to thin out these fighters a little bit. Come on, blast him. Blast him, tear him up. Okay, fine. Fine. I'm gonna get super murked by the, by that fella. Oh, darn it. The fella that's rapidly approaching me. Bang. Bang. Okay, this is, yeah. So now we have to fly straight up the mouth of Mount Suribachi. And I'm not sure if it actually had a mouth like this, but I don't actually think it did. I'm working on it. Hey, I'm working on it. Oh, that's right. There's actual infantry that run up and we have to strafe. I think this is like the one time they ever actually include infantry in the game. But yeah, basically we have to get a shot into that little tiny split you see. And it is kind of annoying because this place is also surrounded by air. Or anti-air, rather. Well, and air, because we're being killed by fighters, too. Alright, let's take a moment and clear the... Okay, every time I blow up one of these things, another one spawns. What do you want from me? Oh, jeez, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Especially since I'm pretty sure AA fire in this game works like just basically chip damage. Oh my god, they're so far away. They're like across Suribachi. You're fine. Granted, Suribachi isn't that... It's funny, that game, what was it? What Postscriptum rebranded to? Squad 44? When it released its Iwo Jima, map, I'm pretty sure that, they made it actually a 2-scale Iwo Jima, and, you do get an appreciation for just how tight that battle actually was. Because Iwo Jima is not a large, like, people always say, oh, it's a little lump of volcanic rock, but no, it is an incredibly small island. Okay, now they're gonna...
That fortress in the crater of Mount Suribachi is the key to taking this goddamn island. You have to destroy it, or they'll just keep raining down artillery on us.
I'm pretty sure they made this bit up, but...
First taking out the comm center, then hit the power station before focusing on the main complex.
We are absolutely a few seconds from dying, but I'm pretty sure we hit the checkpoint, so we're okay. Oh, there we go. I love just the entire health bar vaporizing. Very satisfying. I'm trying. Yeah, I think I tried. I think I tried sufficiently.
Good shooting, Crow. That should stop any more enemy aircraft coming in for a while.
I am so about to explode. Okay. There he is. Just kill this guy, get this over with. Alright, cool. Cool. Sorry, I'm focusing. I'm gaming, even.
Come on, Crow. Get that fortress. The snipers are giving us hell.
I'm trying. Put the nose on him and kill him. I still love that video. I know it's like overplayed now, but it's still incredibly funny. Because I can only wish that my next boss enjoys his job as much as that Fate does. Well, probably not a Fate, but IP. As much as that IP does.
Good shot, Crow. That shut down the power to the main complex.
Yeah. Now they're running around concrete tunnels in the dark like it's Conscript. Conscript was fun. I need to go back and beat that game. I know it's our Halloween game, but still. Okay. Zoom away. Oh wait, was that a... Huh. I wonder if that little armory thing was a side objective.
God damn you, Crow! Do something! They're picking us off like flies!
Brother, it has 1 HP left. If you can't deal with a single Japanese sniper, that is your problem.
Sir, I can see a breach in the fortress.
My attention was
Looks like it
taken.
goes right into the
Yeah.
They've riddled the mountains with caves and ambush.
Oh yeah, we have to...
Drop a bomb or fire a rocket into that hole. It should start off a chain reaction and blow the whole damn complex to hell.
This is the what do you call it? The Death Star trench run bit.
Looks like it's weakening. Another few good hits to take it down.
Yeah. Okay, one more bomb. One more bomb. One.
This is Lieutenant Crow. I've destroyed the Japanese stronghold and the Marines are on their way to the top.
He loves it. He's so excited. Gosh, nothing would ruin this moment like, oh, look at him. Look at the little guys. Ah! Nothing would ruin this moment like a Japanese prototype fighter showing up.
Moves like lightning. Kicks like a mule, too.
You guys stay out of its way. I'll take care of this.
As my plane fucking quits under me.
I am Shun Ogawa, leader of the Southeast Squadron. Lieutenant Crow, know this. You will never set foot on Japanese soil while I yet live. I challenge you.
That plane is the wrong shape. It is the wrong shape.
Squadron killed a lot of my friends, Agawa. My brother on the Arizona, he never even had a chance.
Well, perhaps today you will join him. Enough talk. Fight or die.
On guard. I'm going to immediately get one tapped.
Are you unmanned by your fear? Did you feel that, America?
No, 'cause I'm still alive.
You will fall, America.
Oh, come on.
My Shinden fighter is much better than yours, America.
Oh, 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 where'd he go? Where'd he go? There he is. Let's just make an effort to stay right behind him where he cannot joust us. I think he's just firing into the void. Not sure what the deal is with that. And now his goons appear. This is the problem. Honestly, the guy's a chump. He has little minions that spawn, and the second you go after his little minions, he's gonna murder you. I mean, for having a singular HP, not bad. I don't think. I think I did pretty okay for having a health point. Now I have full health, which will make this much easier.
Are you unmanned by your fear? Did you feel that, America?
I love how they didn't space out his lines at all, so he just talks a lot in the first 5 seconds and then stops talking.
My Shinden fighter is much better than yours, America.
Alright, we're locking in now. He do got that little boost thing he does though.
We are building thousands of these advanced fighters.
That is objectively not true.
Joy, this fight is only just beginning.
That is an objective lie. They made like a Shinden.
Howard, you have no honor.
He says as his wingmen shoot the shit out of me.
Oh, so the American knows how to fight.
Okay. They have a Shinden at the Udvar Hazy Center in Washington, D.C. You should go see it. It's a very, very rare example of a plane that, by all accounts, should really be regulated to history, but it's not. That's why I love the Udvar Hazy Center. There's a lot of planes that, in concept, there were only like 1 or 2 of them ever made, and they were, you know, very quick to want to get rid of them. And yet they survived, and now we in the future can appreciate what batshit engineering was happening. Full HP, yeah.
Give up, America. You are outclassed.
I think I had full HP at the start of this fight. I might have had half, but I definitely had a lot more than I did. Hey.
You will not be victorious.
Yeah, I'm distinctly remembering the, yeah. I don't know, it's like, the Bearcat is nice because it can turn with anything, but also, it's like, tweaker-y.
If I'm going to hell, I will take you with me.
You will try. Also, does that imply that he's one of those Japanese Christian types? You start at half. Oh, okay. I was looking at my boost. Yeah. Oh well, half HP is enough. Okay. Also, I distinctly remember fighting this guy on Ace, which is probably why I remember him being a horrendous nightmare. So I'm pretty sure on Ace it doesn't set your HP back to half when you die. Oh.
How did he beat me?
Dad, Charlie, I got him. I got the bastard.
I like how they're like, he personally dropped the bomb on the Arizona when he was not the guy that did that. Like, I think this is just full-blown Crow's, like, psychosis kicking in. Like, where he's like, he personally did it. Anyway, we beat the game. Yay! Video game 1. And now we have it. Ah. Japan is now yours for the taking. The Japanese are unlocked for mission and campaign modes. Man. That was the final boss? That was the final boss.
I didn't care that Iwo Jima was won, or that the Waylay opened in Japan. I only cared that I defeated Shunagawa in the 13th Squadron, and that I'd avenged Charlie's death. The Admiral presented us with the Distinguished Flying Cross for achievement for our country, and then he sent us home. For our squadron, the war was over. I didn't know what to feel, jubilation or relief. I survived, but I'd lost so much in just a few years. My brother and father were dead, as well as countless good men I flew with. I sent a lot of Japs to the bottom of the ocean. Some of them must have been good men too. Pretty soon we shipped out for home. It was the longest trip I'd ever taken, but I'll never forget seeing the U.S. soil again. Mom looked tired, but boy was I glad to see her. First thing we did was catch a train to Washington, D.C. to see where Charlie and Dad were buried. I still see Callahan and the rest of the boys every year. We have a drink and salute the thousands of men who are the real heroes of the Pacific.
Name of game! Woo! It's so dumb. Hey, look.
The invasion of Iwo Jima was the final stepping stone to Japan. Once we controlled the airfield on the island, we could easily stage bombing raids against mainland Japan itself.
To be fair, those were happening before we took Iwo, but that's okay.
In the first raid alone, almost 280 super fortresses bombed Tokyo and razed 10 square miles of the city.
Not the first raid, but okay.
Back in the US, our scientists were working on a top secret project to develop a fearsome new weapon, the atomic bomb. But the Japanese weren't about to give up. When their prime minister announced that they would fight to the end rather than surrender, our leaders authorized the dropping of the A-bomb. They hoped that in the long run, this would kill fewer people than a full-scale land invasion. Just 10 days after the Trinity test, the parts were shipped to Tinian Island. On the 6th of August, the Enola Gay lifted off from Tinian and headed for Japan. Just 3.5 hours later, they reached the city of Hiroshima. The bomb, Little Boy, detonated 2,000 feet off the ground. The blast leveled 90% of the city. 3 days later, the boxcar headed for the island of Kyushu. The weather got bad, so the pilot switched to his secondary target, a torpedo factory at Nagasaki. His bomb, Fat Man, exploded over Nagasaki. The hills limited the damage to just 30% of the city. All up, the bombs killed about 100,000 people and injured more.
Hello, Steve. You're welcome.
Five days after Nagasaki, the Japanese Emperor Hirohito announced his country's surrender. The war was over. We'd beaten the Japs, peace was restored in the Pacific, and our boys headed home.
Yeah, I think it would be called that, actually. I think that's on a technical document somewhere. We did it! Game credits! And now that you're emperor, what will you do? How can I fix Japan? I think I can undo all of this. We have to assassinate Walt Disney. We can stop all this from ever happening. We can stop the next 80 years of bullshit if we just kill Walt Disney right now. We may already be too late, but we have to do what we must. But yeah, we're done. We're done with Heroes of the Pacific. That actually took much less time than I thought it would. I guess we big. Steve Salisbury. That's a name. That's a Fallout ass name. Oh, and there he is, Koji Asano. Maybe Fong? Just Fong? Nothing else? Huh. Wild. I was making accusations that they did not hire a single Japanese person to do voice acting for this game for their Japanese characters, but I have been proven wrong. Apparently they did. That's impressive. Bad Mama Jamma. Okay, these are starting to sound less like bombs and more like Ace Hardware seasoning packets. Like we're drifting away from our target objective. Let's see. Oh, Criterion. Y'all remember Criterion? Aren't they dead? Didn't that company explode? Or rather, implode or be possessed and have its corpse paraded around like so many others? I think EA ate them. I think that's what happened. So we're finished much earlier than I thought we would be, so I guess we're playing the historical missions now. Well, I need a sip. Okay. So now we get to do the historical ones. Never in my life I imagined I would be watching a VTuber playing Heroes of the Pacific. Thanks, Burb. I am proud to pick the games that you'd never expect a VTuber to be caught playing. Merlin, did we drop the bomb, Merlin? We did! Okay, we didn't in-game. I think that would have been a little... I think they still publish films? I don't know. Huh. Check DMs. Oh, if this is something. Let's see. I gotta open my Discord. Oh, it's a Carlton song. Huh. Fair enough. Yeah. I'm not crazy. But yeah, that is my thing. I like to pride myself on playing stuff that is outside of the VTuber sphere a little bit. F4 F3 Wildcat? Sure. I'll run a Wildcat. That's historical. There were F4 F3s running around that I don't think that Dash 4s were really out and about. Is built and stacked. I mean it is both of those things. Let's see. Oh, we're Thatch. Oh, cool. Alright. So this is Thatch's Medal of Honor. Okay, cool. That's actually really neat. Thatch was one of the oh, nope. No, you don't. Oh yeah, there's a Betty over here. I'm just gonna go chase him. Cornered the fuck out of that market. Of course, well, I mean, there are a good amount of aviation VTubers that I've been lucky to find. Very cool folks out there. Aaron is one of them, if Aaron's still hanging around. Shit. But, yeah, Thatch, was one of the very, famous early aces of the, Pacific War, back when it was a real, you know, struggle to become an ace. 'Cause he was up against the finest that the Japanese had to offer. And he is the one who pioneered the Thatch Weave, which is a maneuver between you and your wingman and a Wildcat, built specifically to defeat the strengths of the Zero, and they developed that to great effect.
Hell, Butch. My guns are jammed. I'm heading back to the carrier. Good luck. I better go easy on the ammo. I'm the only thing out here between the Japs and the Lady Lack.
But yeah, very cool guy. Very cool that this mission is. I guess all the historical missions are going to include actual names of folks, which is gonna be neat. And it'd be cool to see what like to, what do you call it, have accurate kill numbers, but I don't think they actually are going to do that, because that doesn't really work with Heroes' model. Wow, okay, I am having some real problems with my guns here. They are not cutting into these things. Which is funny, because the Betty was really not that resilient of a bomber. In fact, many would call it the opposite of a resilient bomber. That's because it is. It is the opposite of a resilient bomber. In fact, they were known as flying cigars because of how easy they lit up. I'm there. Oh, is it gonna mission fail me? Despite the fact that I have plenty of time. Oh, there we go.
Good shooting, Butch. You've saved the Lexington for sure.
Yay.
Settling it for sure. I'd settle for a cold beer and a letter from my family.
That's our boy. I would love a PC version of this. I think there is a PC version of Heroes. It's just not good. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. I think there's a PC version of Secret Weapons over Normandy. There's one for what do you call it? I'm not sure Thatch sounded like that. I'm pretty sure he did not. Are there any Hold on. Are there any audio recordings of Thatch? Let's see. Oh, there we go. Oh, I'm trying to find. Oh, that's. I thought that was off. Because Thatch did not earn the Congressional Medal of Honor. Thatch earned the Navy Cross. Still a huge deal, of course, but let's see. I'm trying to find the actual citation for it. He actually got 2 Navy Crosses. Let's see. Also, I'm pretty sure they were talking about Butch, who is another one of the leading aces in the Pacific. I'm trying to find the actual citation for let's see. For Thatch. Butch O'Hare. Yeah, Butch O'Hare. I was like, why am I blanking on his name? There was another one. Oh, here we go. Oh god, it's the whole list. Hold on, I gotta find it. It's worth it because I wanted to study up more, before doing these, so I could actually give y'all, like, cool stats about them, but, anyway. For extraordinary heroism in operations against the enemy while serving as pilot of a carrier-based Navy fighter plane and commanding officer of VF-3. Embarked from the USS Lexington in action against enemy forces in the Pacific War area when his ship was attacked by 18 Japanese bomber planes on 20th of February 1942. Lieutenant Commander Thatch intercepted an enemy 4-engine bomber, determinedly pursued it through clouds and heavy rain, and assisted in shooting it down despite heavy machine gun and cannon fire. Later that day, he intercepted and shot down another aircraft during an attack directed at his carrier by 9 enemy bombers and aided in shooting down another. Lieutenant Commander Thatch's outstanding courage, daring airmanship, and devotion to duty were in keeping with the highest traditions of the United States Naval Service. Yeah, so not quite 5 Bettys in one day, but still pretty cool. I'm curious what he shot down first, because Japanese 4-engine bombers, as we know, were pretty rare sights, all things considered. But anyway, then we have the second one. So this is Hornets Avengers at Midway, which means this is going to be a horrible, evil nightmare of a mission. Hopefully we're the Avenger crew that survives. H6K? That's what I'm thinking, right? Either an H6K or an 88K or H8K, one of the big floats. So that's really the only thing they had that could fit 4 engines. Yep. Oh boy. Would you play War Thunder? So oh gosh, I've not played War Thunder in a very long time. I used to do War Thunder streams pretty regularly where I would fly with
top.
with
Use your
folks.
turret guns and try to hold off the Japs.
I can start doing that again probably at some point. I gotta do more flying stuff anyway. I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. So yeah, I'll probably stream War Thunder Air again soon. Maybe tanks. I don't know. I get salty playing War Thunder in general, to be honest, but tanks particularly. So. Okay, let's see. And
Torpedo running clean.
am I gonna hit it? That's the question. I think so. That looks pretty clean to me.
That's a hit.
Yeah. I like that we're still Crow. Oh shit. That destroyer is trying to what do you call it?
Picked one up, boss.
Get down Mr. President, the Akagi. Yep, and he did. Sneaky little bastard. Okay. Torpedoes back. Drop it there. Who doesn't get salty? Yeah, that's the deal. And bonk. There we go. I'm doing pretty good with my torpedo accuracy this run around. And let's get in there. Ow, 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 ow. Thankfully we're an Avenger and I can handle getting shot. Oh god, there's another destroyer. Can I shoot down any of these fighters?
Torpedo detonation.
No, I gotta line up. Oh, I gotta line up for this last hit. I can at least drop this torpedo.
This thing's turning into Swiss cheese.
So Swiss cheese. Oh, shit, shit, shit. Leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. Leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone.
I don't believe it. We got the bastard. Fleet command will be happy about that. But I don't think the Jap fighters are.
Yeah, no, they were not, turns out. We went the way of most of the Avengers. Who sorted out. Oh. Okay, no, we're fine. We're also taking off of E, not Hornet, so. Sorry, I had to point that out. I know they only have one carrier model, like, that's rigged up for us to fly, but still. My little senses are like, oh,
Right, men. Come in
All right.
and hit that flat top. Use your turret guns and try to hold off the Japs.
no. I will be using my front guns to hold off the Japanese, thank you. Because my turret gunner cannot hit shit. Well, there he is. And we're gonna do our very cool thing of cutting our speed right before the drop.
Torpedo
There we go.
away.
And let's see if we can thin the herd before they start becoming a problem. If I can shoot down like one or two of these bastards, we'll be okay. I cannot. I cannot. Alright, well, let's try to go for another torpedo run. Come on.
Torpedo away.
Boost away, very quick like.
That's a hit.
Japs on your tail, sir. Losing oil pressure.
Where is he?
I'm out of here.
There he is. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
I bagged one.
I really hope our wingmen are actually helping us. Okay, torpedo away. Oh, he overshot. Ah, you dummy, you buffoon, you fool.
See you in hell, boys.
Hey. Come on. Turret gunner, please. Turret gunner, please.
We're taking serious damage.
I know it.
Bandit, 12 o'clock.
Bleh. I knew this mission was gonna be miserable.
Got me some trouble on my six.
Ba, 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 ba. I'm the one case ever of a Avenger lining up on a 0 and dogfighting it. For good reason. Okay, and
I'm going
fish out.
down.
All my wingmen are dying. This is to be expected. We are stressed. We are stressed. I really hope that.
I
Okay,
don't
cool.
believe it. We got the bastard. Fleet command will be happy about
Okay, we
that.
have a little more HP than last time.
Fighters are. My stick's dead. Good luck, boys.
I wonder if we're just supposed to outrun them, because I can try. Hey, look at that! I'm the only surviving Avenger. Tragic. Expected, but tragic. No, but the story of VT8 is very, very depressing. Those guys were not set up to succeed. There we go.
Japs have given up. This plane wasn't going to hold together much longer.
Truth. Okay, but where's my option to land? Okay, cool. I was like, please don't make me dogfight anyone. I mean, there they are, but please don't make me dogfight them. I will not win. Alright, well, that's the last flight of the Avengers. Of which I think there were 6, maybe? I gotta look into that flight again. Speaking of which, today is the anniversary of the Battle of Midway, actually. So what a relevant mission to fly. Oh yeah, there were 6. The rest of VT6, VT8, and oh gosh, who was flying on Yorktown? I want to say it was VT5, but anyhow, we're all basically wiped out to a man in a very unfortunate circumstances where the well, a bunch of low and slow torpedo planes were forced to face the entire brunt of the Japanese cap flights, while the which allowed the famous, you know, Dauntlesses of Midway to do their thing and sink the entire Japanese battle group as far as carriers are concerned. But it came at great cost to those guys. Now we're killing Yamamoto, which is probably the most famous thing the P-38 did, though it does have a pretty good claim to fame. Other than that, Admiral Yamamoto is famous as being the guy who planned the Pearl Harbor attack, and the strategic mind behind most of Japan's early war operation. Yeah, the famous Navajo code talkers picked up that he was flying basically, well, with a light escort over the Solomons, and so a flight of P-38s, the only plane with the range to reach him, went for it and intercepted him, killing one of Japan's brightest military minds. Very important op. And then, funny enough, they're still debating who shot him down. 2 guys from the squadron both claimed to do it, and they both claimed to do it until the day they died. So to this day, unless something has changed, We still don't know who sunk or who killed Isoroku Yamamoto. But it was one of these guys. Alright, let's go ahead and do the deed. Ugh, okay, well, not like that. I'm used to flying the more upgraded versions of everything in game where I can just do one pass on something and it'll die. There goes one.
Bomber down, sir.
Attack my target.
Okay,
And we'll send the other guys to take the fighters out. Yeah. Yeah, I need to unlearn bad habits now. Also, this didn't happen over the water, this happened over the land. How do I know this specifically? Ah, it's fine, I got him.
Down, sir. Good work, men. We've just taken out one of Japan's best and brightest. That was the tricky bastard who got us in Pearl.
But, yeah, wow, I need to readjust to this thing. But, yeah, how do I know this? Because, Yamamoto's Betty is still there. You can actually, through jumping through a very convoluted series of hoops, go visit the crash site. If you, again, are willing to do a shitload of paperwork and also, pay a whole lot of money. Water. Let's see. Zeros over ball. November 20th, 1943. Tetsuo Iwamoto. I don't think. No, I have. Actually don't know that much about Iwamoto. I have Saburo Sakai's book. And I still need to read it. But, yeah, I don't know. But, we're doing our first Japanese mission of the game. Isn't that fun?
ゼロ戦、どうぞ。アメリカ隊の視野の外から忍び寄ることができるぞ。下方、背後から入れ。攻撃せよ。奴売りに劣勢の時でも。恐れなさい。後ろを示してやれ。臆病者が逃げていけぞ。
Oh, you got it. Gundam tier voice acting.
ロキロキ期待する必要がある。それで奴らが空にから戻ってくるのを愚かすことができるぞ。
2, 3.
アメリカ人が背後にいます。
3. Oh, that's 3 personal, 4 to me. And got him. There's your Japanese voice actor. Yep. Let's see. And fly over here. There we go. I was, oh gosh, what was that story I was, there's a story I was just reading about how, well, I did a little bit of reading about it, but I was watching I'm gonna be honest, I was watching a Greg's video about it. Alright, once this guy shuts up. But yeah, alright. Y'all are really making your money's worth with that, with that Japanese voice acting I didn't know about. But anyway, the leading leading P-38 ace in the, well, second leading P-38 ace in the Pacific, actually, right behind Dick Bong, actually got shot down by fighter that was way, like, basically out of date right at the end of the war, and it is a valuable lesson in getting to well, getting complacent. Where is it? Tommy Maguire. That's who I'm thinking of. Yeah, Tommy Maguire, leading P-38 pilot, literally wrote the book, and I mean wrote the book on fighting Japanese aircraft in the Pacific. Yeah, KI-43. Yeah, died very close to the end of the war over an entirely preventable. I think it was it might have been a KI-44. Maybe. No, it was a KI-43. Anyway, point is, yeah, he perished because he basically got fixated on getting his ace status. Well, theorized anyway. There's no real way to know what was going through his head, but it made him make mistakes, and it made his command make mistakes that they otherwise would not have. And it is a very valuable lesson in no one is invincible in aviation. Even the finest of pilots, the most highly trained, the most experienced, are vulnerable to going, well, I can take a risk just this once. And sometimes taking a risk just this once is enough. Obviously, you know, aviation itself is taking risks, but you start following, or you start falling into the many holes of the Swiss cheese model. Stall the P-38 with drop tanks at low alt. Ah, yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because he got in like a rate fight, and basically put his airplane in a position he couldn't recover from, which was also something he, you know, should have known better. But again, you know, that is the danger. One simple mistake of not dropping your drop tanks, in theory anyway. I think the conclusion reached was that was the most likely cause. Secondary objective is shoot down every plane, huh? Hell, I can do that. Two, three. 8 out of 18, alright. The trick is not to let them bait. Ow, okay. Not to let them do that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna extend a little bit. I don't feel like doing rate fights with 5 zeros at once. That is not really my scene. Oh, there you are. Now, I can head on a few zeros, though. That I can do comfortably. Okay, let's boost away. Turn back in on them. There's that guy, there's that guy. We can get him. And we can get him. Alright, he's done. And spin her around again. Okay, where's the next guy? You know, the one thing is, while yes, the jet mission was a colossal, you know, torturous clusterfuck, it did prepare me very well for doing specifically this. Ow. Okay, there he is. They're on my tail. 13 out of 18, we're getting there. Health is not looking so good, but statistically we're doing pretty alright. Odds-wise. Alright. 1, 2. Alright, that's 2 more, 3 left. And spin around. Alright. And uno más. Alright, we can probably turn with this guy. I can fight a 0. Could I turn with him actually? No. Would I turn with him actually? No. However, this is Heroes of the Pacific, so I can basically do whatever I damn well please. Because I am the player character, and they are NPC planes. And this is an action shooter. Anyway, job's done. Alright. Let's go ahead and boost out of here and call it good. But, let's see. I don't actually know about this story either. I'm gonna have to research this one too. And again, you know, it's kind of like that thing we were talking about, where it's like, the game can be goofy and, you know,
This is Hawk 29. Someone get over here and give me some cover. I've got half the Japs in New Guinea on my ass.
Well, not anymore, but that's okay. Yeah, it can be goofy and inaccurate and do whatever. As long as it motivates people to, like, look into it and, like, see the actual stuff and go learn on their own, then the game has done its objective. So that's why I don't like to be... I catch myself doing it, but I don't like to be too harsh on you know, the more action-y games where it's like, you know, it's clear they're trying, but they're also trying to make a game. Oh, that's it. Oh. Well, in that case, so this actually works out because let me go ahead and bring us to the lobby. So I am way down here now. Yeah, this works out because actually a very good friend of mine and good friend of the channel is having her birthday celebration today. And also debuting a new model. So I have been very excited to see it, and I will drop a link to that below. For now, we are basically done with Heroes, unless we want to go replay it on Ace, which will be a nightmare. Maybe that'll be a punishment stream sometime. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed watching still. Always fun. That is, in fact, the game that sent me on this long road to being a bird on the internet. As always, go show some support to the Warbirds Glory Museum in their attempt to restore the Sandbird Mitchell. They're making good work and good progress on it, and those guys deserve support and help. Pumpkin? Yes, Pumpkin. In the meantime, yeah, I can't exactly raid, but if y'all wouldn't mind helping me with a little impromptu raid, do stick around and I'll drop a link in the chat. Yeah, so there's the Twitch link, and then she also has a YouTube link. Either way, go say bird raid or what have you. Go say hi, and I will be there in a moment. And I will see you either tomorrow or Friday. We're figuring out the scheduling, but we will get it figured out. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.